The American lion was a predator unlike any other. Bigger than any lion alive today, this massive feline dominated the prehistoric landscape with brute strength and razor-sharp instincts. Some would even say it was the only lion capable of killing a polar bear, a claim that sparks endless debate. But was this legendary beast truly powerful enough to take down the Arctic's greatest hunter? In the early 1830s, fossil hunters stumbled upon the remains of a huge cat in Natchez, Mississippi. At first, scientists were uncertain which feline it belonged to. Joseph Leidy named it Felis atrox in 1853, meaning savage cat. Over time, paleontologists realized these bones did not match ordinary lions, tigers, or jaguars. The creature stood apart. By 1909, more fossils emerged from places like Rancho La Brea in California. These included skulls, teeth, and skeleton fragments. Experts say a cat is much bigger than modern lions. Its features, from jaw shape to bone size, caused debate. Some people called it a jaguar relative, while others argued it was a separate species. In the 20th century, scientists also analyzed skulls found in Alaska, linking them to the same cat, yet with subtle differences. Names like Felis imperialis or Felis atrox alaskensis appeared, but did not last. All these different labels fell under one umbrella: Panthera atrox, commonly called the American lion. Genetic research later showed a close link between the American lion and the Eurasian cave lion. DNA suggests they split from a common ancestor that is also related to modern African lions. For a while, some experts even placed the American lion as a subspecies of the African lion, naming it Panthera leo atrox. However, further studies argued that it deserved full species status, separate from both living lions and cave lions. This confusion reflects how the big cat's skeleton combined traits found in modern lions, tigers, and even jaguars. Fossils have been found across North America, from Mexico to Canada, showing how widespread it was. Because of its broad distribution and unique anatomy, the American lion helped scientists solve the complex family tree of big cats in the New World. Each discovery refined our understanding of its place in the Panthera group. Though now recognized as a distinct felid, it remains intertwined with the stories of ancient lions, jaguars, and other cave lions. This tangled history highlights the dynamic nature of paleontology, where each new bone or DNA clue can rewrite the story. Panthera atrox, with its many nicknames and reclassifications, continues to remind us that science evolves just as these cats once did on the ancient plains. The American lion was enormous, surpassing the size of modern African lions by up to 25%. Some estimates place large males at weights of over 500 kilograms. Even more modest finds suggest they were typically heavier than the biggest male lions we see today. Their skeletons reveal long limbs, a deep chest, and an impressive head shape. This gave them a powerful build, yet still allowed speed and agility. Compared to African lions, the American lion likely stood taller at the shoulder. Its forelimbs were robust, hinting at strong muscles used for taking down large prey. The skull shape combined lion-like and tiger-like features. Researchers have found that the jaws were well suited for delivering a crushing bite, although not as specialized as saber-toothed cats of the same era. Still, these jaws could handle thick hides and large bones. Fossil evidence points to dense bone structure and formidable forelimbs that could grapple with creatures like bison or young mammoths. One point often discussed is how these lions are compared to polar bears. Modern polar bears rank among the biggest land carnivores, with large males sometimes exceeding 700 kilograms. If an American lion matched that mass, it could, in theory, rival the power of a polar bear. Both animals had robust frames designed for predation, though in different habitats. Polar bears use heavy paddle-like paws for swimming and seal hunting, while American lions possess strong legs for running and grappling. A confrontation between them remains speculative, but many wonder if the American lion's raw muscle and hunting style might have given it an edge on land. Their coats and manes are a mystery, as hair rarely fossilizes. Some experts suggest they had shorter, lighter fur than African lions, adapted to cooler conditions of the Pleistocene. Others believe the males may have had small manes or none at all, more like today's cave lion reconstructions. While the exact color is unknown, the environment likely called for a muted coat to blend into grasslands or lightly forested areas. The American lion was thus a creature of size, strength, and speed. In that prehistoric world, it took the lion's body plan to new extremes, standing as a formidable predator capable of tackling huge prey and possibly contesting even the mightiest modern carnivores. Fossil evidence shows that American lions descended from earlier pantherine cats that crossed into North America. Scientists once believed they were close relatives of jaguars or tigers, but genetic research points toward a different path. They seem more aligned with cave lions from Eurasia, forming their offshoot that adapted to new lands south of the ice sheets. In comparing American lion DNA to that of modern lions, studies find they share a common ancestor dating back around 165,000 years. This ancestor likely spread from Eurasia into Alaska, then moved farther south over time. Because Earth's climate shifted often in the Pleistocene, groups of lions were sometimes isolated. These isolated populations developed their traits, leading to the rise of both the American lion and the Eurasian cave lion. Mitochondrial data reveal strong ties between American lions and cave lions, yet also highlight unique changes in the American lineage. Over thousands of years, they adapted to hunt large herbivores found only in North America. This included mammoths, bison, giant ground sloths, and even camels. The shape of their skull and limbs may have changed to handle different challenges, creating a bigger cat, stronger, and perhaps better at long chases on open terrain. Scientists also explored how these lions might relate to modern species. Though the American lion was once called a subspecies of the African lion, deeper DNA work suggested it branched off earlier, forming a parallel line. The name Panthera atrox replaced Panthera leo-atrox, reflecting this new understanding. Such reclassifications help clarify the big cat family tree and highlight the dynamic process of evolution. One fascinating aspect is how the environment's shifting ice and changing habitats drove repeated expansions and isolations among big cat populations. The American lion's story shows how these cats took advantage of North America's ample prey and mild climates compared to the harsh tundra further north. With each generation, they refined traits for capturing bison or ambushing deer in wooded areas. This evolutionary road ended with a cat that blended the look of a lion with features not seen in any big cat alive today, revealing a distinct branch in the ever-evolving saga of pantherine history. American lions thrived as apex predators in Pleistocene North America, often coexisting with other powerful hunters like Smilodon and dire wolves. While saber-toothed cats likely specialized in ambush, American lions seem to have been more flexible. They chased prey in open habitats and possibly used coordinated tactics if they lived in groups, though solid proof of pride living remains debated. Based on teeth analysis, they favored large herbivores such as bison, horses, and even juvenile mammoths. Their jaws could shear flesh and crush bone, but they were also adept at avoiding tooth damage, suggesting efficient feeding methods. Some scientists believe they might have waited near waterholes or common migration routes to surprise thirsty animals. They may have grabbed hold with their strong forelimbs, similar to modern lions, then delivered a throat bite. Evidence from La Brea tar pits indicates they shared the landscape with Smilodon. Both big cats targeted large game, yet stable isotope studies hint that American lions sometimes pursued forest or open country prey, while Smilodon hunted more in brushy zones. Still, overlaps occurred, forcing both species to stay competitive. In times of scarcity, these lions likely scoured for carrion, stealing kills from weaker predators. Comparing their hunting style to that of polar bears reveals some parallels and differences. Polar bears ambush seals at breathing holes, relying on stealth and quick strikes. American lions probably used short bursts of speed and group coordination for bigger animals, or careful stalking for smaller ones. Both species share the hallmark of top carnivores. They exploited their environment's weaknesses. For polar bears, it's waiting on sea ice for seals. For American lions, it was dominating large mammals that roamed Pleistocene grasslands and valleys. Due to their size and strength, Adult American lions faced few threats besides injuries during hunts or competition with other big carnivores. Their robust limbs indicate they were designed for grappling, and the presence of large prey in their diet reveals consistent success in bringing down formidable targets. While many details remain uncertain, the fossils speak clearly. American lions were active, adaptable hunters, able to chase, ambush, or scavenge, depending on conditions, and that versatility helped them reign over prehistoric North America. During the late Pleistocene, American lions lived across a vast range in North America. Their remains have turned up from Canada to Mexico, indicating they could adapt to many habitats, including grasslands, shrublands, and lightly forested regions. They avoided dense forests, favoring open areas where large herbivores roamed. Some fossils even appear near caves, which might have provided shelter or den sites. The key to their success was a varied prey base. North America then hosted massive animals like mammoths, mastodons, giant sloths, and camels, plus smaller ungulates such as deer. Where bison thrived, so did American lions. In these settings, they might have competed with dire wolves and saber-toothed cats. Each predator had distinct methods of hunting, allowing them to coexist without entirely wiping one another out. Environmental changes shaped their movements. When glaciers expanded, the cats' habitat shifted southward, along with the herds they hunted. Fossil evidence places them in areas with cooler temperatures than modern lions often face. They could handle somewhat colder climates as long as prey remained abundant. Their distribution suggests an ability to traverse wide areas, possibly following migrating herds through valleys and plains. It remains uncertain if they relied on rock formations or tall grasses for stealth. Because we lack direct observations, researchers piece together possibilities from evidence at kill sites or tar pits. The abundance of big grazers during certain periods must have drawn them to open prairies, while more wooded zones offered cover for stalking. They likely roamed individually or in small groups, scanning territory for meal opportunities. Their ecological role was top-level predators, pressuring herbivore populations and influencing the balance of other carnivores. They fit the profile of a lion-like cat, adapted to roam large territories. In modern Africa, lions hold similar roles, but the American lion existed in a land of giant sloths and saber-tooths. Such a setting demanded strong, versatile hunters. Their presence across the continent for thousands of years underscores that they flourished in diverse conditions. Warm or cool, grassy or partly wooded, they found a way to survive, controlling prey numbers and helping shape the complex food webs of North America's Ice Age past. One of the most fascinating claims about the American lion is that it was the only lion that could kill a polar bear. This statement, passed around in pop culture, fuels imagination. Yet, was it likely? American lions and polar bears never shared the same region in any major way. Polar bears thrived on Arctic sea ice, stalking seals, while American lions roamed grasslands and woodlands far to the south. They did not naturally overlap. Still, when people make this comparison, they mean to emphasize the American lion's size and power. They imagine a hypothetical face-off between a 500-kilogram lion and a 600 or 700-kilogram polar bear. In such a rare scenario, the outcome might hinge on location. On land, a lion could use elegant lunges and strong bites to gain an advantage. In water or on slippery ice, the polar bear's swimming skills would dominate. Realistically, any fight between them would be brutal and unpredictable. Several factors shape these fantasies. The American lion's robust limbs and predator instincts made it deadly against large prey. Polar bears, by contrast, use their bulk and stamina to chase seals or scavenge whale carcasses. They can also deliver strong swipes from massive forepaws. Fans of both creatures debate which predator had the higher bite force or more cunning strategy. From a scientific standpoint, the question is purely hypothetical because these animals belonged to different ecosystems. It makes more sense to compare how each excelled in its habitat. The polar bear is supreme on Arctic sea ice, while the American lion was supreme on open land. Claiming the American lion is the only lion that could kill a polar bear might reflect its status as the largest known lion, but it remains in the world of speculation. Like many large mammals of the late Pleistocene, the American lion vanished near the end of that epoch, around 12,800 years ago. Multiple factors likely contributed. Climate changes after the last glacial period caused shifts in temperature and rainfall patterns, altering habitats. As ice sheets receded, grasslands and woodlands transformed, affecting populations of the big herbivores American lions depended on. Human arrival in the Americas also played a role. Early hunters may have targeted the large prey these lions needed. When big herbivores declined, top predators faced hunger. Some experts propose a trophic cascade, where human hunting of mammoths, bison, and horses eventually caused a ripple effect that left apex predators with fewer meals. While direct hunting of the American lion by humans is not widely evidenced, competition for prey was enough to strain these big cats. Fossil sites in places like Natural Trap Cave in Wyoming reveal well-preserved remains of American lions, showing that they were still present before the terminal Pleistocene extinctions. Then, in a relatively short span, they disappeared along with saber-toothed cats, dire wolves, and many other iconic creatures. It is possible that the rapid climate changes stressed their prey populations, and the added pressure of human interference proved too much. Some scientists also examine how the American lion's specialized nature might have made it vulnerable. Being so large, it needed ample territory and abundant prey to sustain its energy demands. When environments became more patchy and bison herds declined, these lions might have struggled to find enough food. Their low numbers could have led to inbreeding and further decline. We may never pinpoint the exact moment of their extinction. The fossil record only shows us that after a certain point, they ceased to appear. Their disappearance marked the end of a long legacy of big cats that adapted to North America's unique ecosystems. Alongside mammoths, ground sloths, and giant camels, the American lion reminds us of a time when the continent boasted creatures that rivaled any on Earth. Their passing stands as a testament to the fragile balance between environment, species survival, and sudden changes that can solve ancient lineages. Although extinct, the American lion remains a figure of wonder in scientific and popular culture. Paleontologists celebrate its record as one of the largest felids ever documented, rivaling only a few other prehistoric cats in sheer mass. Its fossils, especially the many recovered from La Brea tar pits, offer a window into life during the Pleistocene. Exhibits in museums let the public stand face-to-face with towering skeletal reconstructions, inspiring curiosity about life before humans dominated the continent. Writers and artists have also taken creative license, portraying the American lion as a king-like creature crossing frigid plains in pursuit of mammoths or staging epic battles with saber-toothed rivals. These depictions blur reality and myth, yet they serve to keep the cat's legacy alive. Popular media sometimes includes references to giant lions that once roamed North America, hinting at the same fierce predator. For scientists, the American lion holds clues to pantherine evolution. By examining its bones and DNA, researchers refine ideas about how big cats adapted to new food sources and climates. Each study that compares American lion remains with those of modern lions or cave lions highlights the diverse ways cats respond to changing environments. This knowledge can even inform conservation strategies for living big cats, reminding us that large predators are especially vulnerable to habitat disruptions. In local legend, the American lion has not enjoyed as much coverage as the saber-toothed cat, perhaps because it looks more familiar to modern eyes. Yet some communities, especially near major fossil sites, take pride in hosting a piece of the cat's history. Interpretive centers, wildlife murals, and nature trails may reference the mighty lion that once stalked their region. Visitors walk away with a sense of wonder, imagining an ancient world where a lion could weigh over 500 kilograms. Thus, the American lion stands as a marvel of the past, a cat so mighty it sparks visions of battles with today's fiercest predators. Though it vanished long ago, it continues to fascinate both researchers and enthusiasts. By discovering its bones and analyzing every clue, we honor its memory and learn from its fate. This towering cat reminds us that every species, no matter how grand, is bound to nature's changing tides. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to let us know down below, and don't forget to catch our next video, shown on screen.